So here's today's Fore-edge art book. I went to Barnes & Noble and found this little gratitude book on sale for $9, I think, maybe $7. Anyway, I wanted to see if this would work with one with fewer pages than what I did yesterday. So it's got some nice little passages in it, and I actually was able to read some of them while I was putting on the edges, because some of them didn't have too terribly many words, and it takes a while to align and then glue down each strip. But anyway, as you can see, we have one of my original watercolor. I mean, obviously this is a reproduction of my original watercolor. You can kind of read my name there. Probably, since this painting is meant to be about those dimensions, height to width, probably I should have used a book with more pages. I can't remember if I said this had, I think, 191. But it still looked, even compressed, it looks okay. Harder a little bit to read my signature. But I wanted to try it, and it, of course, didn't take as long either. I didn't time myself, but I think it probably only took from when I started printing until I was finished, maybe 4 hours. So, not bad. Anyway, it's pretty. And I did the 45-degree cuts at the top again so that you can't tell as much from the top as you can from the bottom where the pages are. So I could have made those 45 degrees too, but then I would have had to cut twice as much, obviously. And I also thought it doesn't matter when it's sitting. Plus, I thought maybe it would help me line up the strips when I glued them, although I pretty much pay attention to the very, very corners. And I try to be very, very precise, but even the slightest bit off, you can kind of tell. Anyway, there is today's gratitude. Let's all have some gratitude. As I mentioned in the video, this book was shorter, and both in the height and in the number of pages from the one I did yesterday, and it's hardbound, so I thought I would see how that worked. This is what it looked like before I started, and then I set up my own little rig with some soda pop cans because they had some weight, and some dowels taped to it, so I could push each page back like this as I finished it, and the one at the back holds the back of the book, the cover, so this sort of approximates what professional ones look like. This book had different page numbers at the top and on the bottom, which made it very interesting, but I was able to overcome. And here's what it looks like after I've done about half. I was smarter this time and cut and folded strips only in chunks of a couple of PDF pages at a time. And here's just what it looks like standing up, partially done. And here's back to my setup that actually worked pretty well. So made it much easier than the way I had it kind of MacGyvered yesterday. And then this is the finished product, which you also saw in the video at the beginning. But it turned out really, really well. I think possibly I need a book with more pages to get the full picture of my dimensions of this painting. But I'm satisfied with this. So that was fun.